maybe ask this guy if we can have a look at Dzień dobry.
Jakie sprawy?
Nie
ma wejść. Nie ma sprawy, trzeba włączyć. Pozwolenie.
Let's go to...
Dear Minister, I'm writing to request your assistance in recovering items of great sentimental value to my family. Between the wars, my family lived in Łódź in Poland, where my grandfather Jack was running a rubber factory with his cousins. I didn't know much about my grandfather Jack. He died before I was born. But I always had the feeling a bit of him was born into me. I look at old pictures of him and see myself, a bald guy with a big nose, a big suit, mad about jazz in Central Europe. Now Jack is pulling me back to the past. I might have been able to ignore it if it weren't for a family secret he entrusted to my father, who in turn passed it on to me. I think I'd have liked Jack. He looked so elegant in the pictures. And it turns out he was an adventurer. And, so it seems, a klutz.
He's got this acting problem that he's a little inoffensive man, but if he walks in a room, the ceiling falls in. It's just the way he is. He's like it all his life. He wanders through chaos.
Back in the 30s, they were real Europeans. My grandfather from London ran the factory in Poland with his cousins from Latvia, and it was an incredibly successful business. It was my grandfather's brother, David Atkin, who first went to set up the factory with the cousins, but my grandfather was brought over from London to manage it. This is how the Atkins and Schragers came to share a house. My father, another David, he was 9 then, now he's 80. My family was going to move into a new house that was being built in the courtyard of the main house. Back in the summer of '39, things were still good. Young David was playing in the garden under the watchful eye of the loyal gatekeeper Kowalczyk. They were all planning to settle in Poland, and our family fortunes would have been very different if the Germans hadn't intervened. My grandma was uncomfortable with Hitler on the doorstep. She took the kids and fled back to London while they could still get out. Jack couldn't follow just yet. With Kowalczyk by his side, he stayed on alone to make sure there would be something to come back to.
How you doing, Pops? Good. You'll never guess where I am. I'm in... no, Poland. And I'm standing right outside 89 Gdanska. Yes, and it's looking a bit scruffy. And two very angry-looking men just popped their head out of the door. Anyhow, it's kind of exciting.
I couldn't believe it. The house Dad so vividly described to me was still standing and looking much as it would have done when Jack and my father lived there. Yes, it was a little bit shabby, but not ruined, damaged or rebuilt. There was something odd about it though. It seems to be guarded. If only I could understand the inscriptions on the wall. I was going to need some help with the translation,